Why are we feeding our kids like this? This needs to stop immediately. Around 70% of the calories our children consume come from ultra-processed foods. Refined sugars, oils, and additives are literally harming your child's brain development. To help you healthy, I will recommend the best product for you adults in the description and the first comment. When you see a McNugget being labeled as a nutrient-dense food or a vegetable chicken nugget, there's a serious problem. After months of research, I found a school that is doing it right. It's an incredible organization called Food School, where a small group of volunteers developed an educational program that, with any luck, will spread across the US and around the world. Today, we're talking to the founder of this initiative, Hilary Boynton, known as the Food Woman. Hilary, how did you get to where you are today? What's your story? It was really my own health journey and the health journey of my family that led me here. I never imagined I'd be on this path, but here I am. I went through challenges like infertility, having 5 children, and dealing with everything from eczema to epilepsy. My husband was diagnosed with cancer, and my father with Alzheimer's. This health journey took us from Massachusetts to California, where we found a school that aligned with my philosophy on food. But over time, I realized the school's food program wasn't in line with my beliefs. That's when I got involved as the food coordinator. As the school grew, so did my role. Eventually, I got the keys to the kitchen and realized that the universe was giving me an opportunity to make a real difference. Now, almost 10 years later, I see how far we've come. I had been searching for a program that was doing things right in the school system, but I couldn't find one. So when I came across Food School, I was blown away. Interviewer: looking at the images of the food you serve, it seems like you're using traditional ingredients. You're soaking grains, properly preparing seeds, and avoiding foods that interfere with digestion, like refined oils and serving high-quality meats. That's incredible. If I had grown up eating like this, my childhood would have been so much better. Exactly. The quality of the food and our connection to the local food system is key. Today we source 80% to 85% of our food from local producers. When I started learning about traditional diets from cultures around the world and how they lived disease-free, it all made sense to me. We've been following the GAPS diet as a family, and I even wrote a cookbook called Cooking to Heal Your Throat. Through that experience, I learned about the brain-body connection and how our diets are so out of balance. What I've realized is how important nutrient density is. We spend up to 6 hours a day eating, which makes up about 30% of a child's nutrition over the course of a year. That's a huge opportunity to impact their health. Imagine a 5-year-old eating like this until graduation. What kind of impact does that have on their ability to learn, focus, and concentrate? Interviewer: you mentioned seeing amazing changes in the students. Can you tell us more about that? Hilary: absolutely. When we first started, we made a documentary, and one 6th grader said, "I used to feel up and down all day long, but now I just feel steady." That was a real aha moment. These kids knew what it was like to feel bad, but they didn't realize that they could feel good until they started eating real, nutrient-dense food. It made such a difference in their behavior. They were happier, more focused, and even the teachers got involved, eating the same foods. I remember how unsatisfied I used to feel when I was pregnant. When you get the right amounts of protein and healthy fats, you just feel full and satisfied. If I had known what I know now about nutrition, my daughter would have benefited immensely. The kids today are learning what it means to have healthy food and becoming more aware of it. Interviewer: it seems like the program is even impacting the parents. Can you tell us more about that? Hilary: yes, absolutely. Parents started noticing changes in their kids and began asking for more. They wanted to know how to replicate this kind of food at home. So we started inviting parents to school lunches to show them what we're doing. This was key because many parents don't know much about nutrition, and schools aren't equipped to make these changes on their own. It requires a dedicated team of chefs, nutritionists, and volunteers. We need to train other schools and chefs to implement this change. What you're doing is something much bigger. You've developed a training program to teach other schools how to follow this model, right? Hilary: exactly. When people started seeing the benefits, the demand for more information grew. So we created a program to train other schools, chefs, and even hospitals and community centers. The school lunch system really needs an overhaul. But unfortunately, most of this change has to come from volunteers like us. We need more financial support to expand this work. Interviewer: you're facing a lot of challenges. What can we do to help? Hilary: support is critical. We need resources, financial backing, and more volunteers to keep this work going. The world needs us now more than ever, and we're ready to take this message to more people. We want to impact the lives of the next generations, not just the kids of today, but their children as well. Our mission is simple: to educate people on the importance of healthy food. Interviewer: I'm fully behind you. I'll help promote your GoFundMe, and I'll ask my followers to contribute too, so this movement can grow. What you're doing is transformative, and it needs more support to spread. Hilary: thank you so much. Social media has incredible power, and with everyone's support, we can make this change happen. The human body has the ability to heal, but it needs the right fuel, real food. Change starts with awareness, and that's exactly what we're trying to do. Interviewer: I firmly believe this is the moment for transformation. Let's get behind this. Thank you, Hilary, for sharing your story and mission with us. We're all in this together.